Today is July 12th, and today's quote is entitled, Great Minds. Prabhupada said we should be philosophers, always discussing Krishna consciousness. Great minds discuss ideas, lesser minds discuss events, which is why everyone reads the newspaper. Even lesser minds discuss people, which is why magazines about movie stars are so popular. So one time, a devotee, I think it was Trivikram Swami, he had been visiting Prabhupada in the evening, and he came out of his room. This was in Los Angeles, probably 1972. So naturally, anytime a devotee was with Prabhupada, and you saw that devotee, you would ask, well, what did Prabhupada say? Because we always wanted the nectar, always wanted to hear something from Srila Prabhupada, something new, different, deeper, insightful. So he said, Prabhupada said, we should all be philosophers. And by that he meant we should always be discussing philosophy. So sometimes Prabhupada said, look at the philosophy from different angles of vision. And sometimes Prabhupada would be discussing Shastra, and then he would give it to the devotees and say, what do you think? And ask them to discuss. Another time Prabhupada said we should write our realization, so it's the same idea. We should reflect on the philosophy. Because by discussing philosophy, by reflecting on philosophy, our intelligence becomes sharp, our intelligence becomes clear. And in a sense, when we talk about weakness, from my perspective, weakness is synonymous with intelligence which has become dull, or intelligence which isn't working. Weakness of heart usually refers to a weakness of intelligence. So by seeing Krishna conscious philosophy from different perspectives, it gives us a clear understanding of how the material world is working, how Maya is working, how we're entangled, and also how we disentangle ourselves. So to always be discussing that is very uplifting, very inspiring, and it's strengthening. And so Prabhupada felt he's given us his books, and if we take what's in his books and we're always reading his books and discussing it, then we really wouldn't have much trouble in Krishna consciousness, because everything is clearly explained by Prabhupada. The whole process of how to get out of the material world, the whole process how we're entangled in the world, everything's clear. And so by always discussing, going more deeply into understanding the intricacies of how the material nature works, and the Swarup Shakti of Krishna, the transcendental nature, that blissful, ecstatic, all-cognizant nature of Krishna Lila. It's just naturally absorbing, naturally inspiring, naturally blissful, that we would remain strong in Krishna consciousness. So this is what great men do. They discuss ideas, concepts. And lesser people discuss events, and lesser people discuss other people.